Hello, this is my presentation on policies on religion in schools. The goal of this presentation is to share information regarding religion and what is and is not permitted in public schools based on USDE guidance in a 2019 Pew report. Religion in Public Schools by the Pew Research Center. Throughout this article, Pew Research Center discussed several cases focusing on decisions related to religion in public schools. Below are just a few of the key decisions mentioned that have made an impact on the current state of religion in public schools. The first part focused on school prayer. In 1962, the Supreme Court stated the Establishment Clause prohibited school-sponsored prayer in public schools. In 1963, the Supreme Court went more broadly, stating that all religious expression should be left out of the formal curriculum. Next, it focused on student speech. Courts have drawn a line between school-sponsored religious speech and private student religious speech. Federal courts are more divided about students, including religious sentiments and prayers and speeches. When it comes to religion and curriculum, the Supreme Court has drawn a line between officially sponsored religious activities and teaching students about religion. Creationism versus evolution. In 1968, the Supreme Court stated teaching of evolution could not be excluded from the high school curriculum. While in 1987, the Supreme Court denied the balanced treatment, including both evolution and creationism, because it singles out certain religious beliefs. For holiday programs, courts stated that students should be given the option not to participate if it offends their religious beliefs. Student rights. Students have the right to engage in religious activities. Students may offer a prayer before meals or symbol on school grounds for religious purpose. Students may not engage in religious harassment. Students may not favor or schools may not favor or disfavor students based on religious beliefs. One of the parent rights includes that parents may opt out their student from participating in activities that go against their religious beliefs. A teacher and administration right. At school, public school employees' rights are constrained by the Establishment Clause, limiting their religious expression while on duty. Religious activities and equal access. Student groups meeting based on religious beliefs may have the opportunity to meet on public school grounds, similar to other extracurricular activities. USDE's stance on protective prayer and religious expression in schools. Throughout this resource, USDE discussed the laws, policies, and procedures surrounding protected prayer in public schools. Section 8524 of the Elementary and Secondary Education Act of 1965, that the Secretary must provide guidance to state educational agencies, local educational agencies, and the public on protected prayer in public K-12 schools. If these schools are receiving ESEA funds, the LEA must establish in writing that they do not prohibit the participation of protected prayer in public schools. Some of the constitutional principles related to prayer and religious activities in action include that students may engage in prayer when not engaged in school-related activities. Students may read religious material. Students may pray during non-instructional times such as recess or lunch. Students may organize religious groups to meet before or after school at facilities because of the Equal Access Act. Students can express beliefs in classwork. Teachers cannot discourage or discourage prayer and from participating in prayer. My CLO 6.3 correlation. Throughout this assignment, I evaluated the role play with regards to legal, ethical, and equity issues by addressing and communicating the laws and policies associated with religion in public schools in order to communicate ways to ensure board policies are legal, ethical, and equitable. I was able to analyze how the laws and policies were applied consistently, fairly, equitably, and ethically by communicating the policies and regulations shared by the Pew Research Center in the USDE. In the future, I will monitor and ensure adherence to laws, rights, policies, and regulations by frequently reviewing board policies to ensure they are up to date in order to best support and protect all students and staff regarding religion in schools. This assignment was relevant to my current learning because as a future building leader, I need to be prepared to ensure all staff are following board, state, and federal regulations and policies regarding religion in schools. This assignment improved my understanding of religion in schools by providing me resources to analyze and communicate about, focusing on laws, rights, policies, and regulations on religion in public schools. This assignment will influence the decisions I make as a future leader in many ways. One way is that I will feel more comfortable and prepared to ensure that student rights are being protected when it comes to religious practices in public schools. I am also more prepared to ensure staff are following laws, policies, and procedures surrounding student religious rights in public schools. And here are my references. Thank you.